Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of TV Junkie Generation. It's summertime, and that used to mean TV was in repeats for months, but not anymore. There is a ton of great shows, either new shows starting or some of our favorites premiering again this summer, and I'm going to tell you all about every one of them. And to start, I'm going to do my early review of one of my favorites. It's The Strain. FX's The Strain. It premieres July 12th at 10 p.m. This is season 2, so we're getting into season 2 here. I read the book. I loved the first season, and I was psyched to get the press kit for the second season. This was actually the press kit they sent for the second season. This kind of scary book and creepy looking thing. Gives me nightmares. Season 1 really focused on how the virus was spreading via the Master, and I was worried about how the TV show was going to make the Master look, because in the book he's so frightening, and they did a great job. Season 1 was really about the virus spreading through New York, and as someone who used to live in New York, it's a great place for a virus to spread, because there's really nowhere to go and a ton of people. So season 2 is fight or die, baby. So let's get right into it. I'm so excited. All right, pro number 1. So like I said before, season 1 really focused on the virus spreading at a breakneck speed through New York City. And with the multitude of shows either on TV or coming up that are about viruses spreading or zombies or the undead, we as TV viewers are pretty savvy. We understand how it works and we understand how the virus spreads. So I was hoping season 2 would really kind of get away from that a little bit and focus on other things. I read the book, and the book is amazing. And that definitely did happen, which is why my pro number 1 is that season 2 really shifts the focus a little bit. We have, them trying to find a cure, them trying to stop the virus from spreading, and a lot of other interesting things that are going on, interesting storylines. So it really was a nice change of focus from season 1, and it, it treats us viewers like we're smart, the smart and savvy viewers we are. So that's definitely pro number 1. Pro number 2. I really loved the storyline this season of Dr. Goodweather, or F, the kind of star of the show, and his scientist sidekick Nora trying to find a possible cure for this virus. They're scientists. They know how to do it. They're kind of trying to do it in their makeshift lab that they have bunkered down in with their merry bandits, which we'll get to later. So it's interesting watching them try to find a cure and the lengths and sacrifices that they do have to go through to try and basically save the world, because obviously with this virus spreading, it's not like you can go out and get test patients and any kind of resources you need. So what they do to possibly find a cure and how to test it is such a great storyline for this season, and so interesting and so awesome and such great special effects. It was really my favorite. The medical and science scenes involving that are captivating. Even if you know nothing about science, like myself, you really never feel lost. So that's my second pro. Pro number 3, there's a lot of gripping and compelling relationships that we get to explore this season, which I was thrilled about. We get to see some of the passengers who were on the original flight that came in when the virus started, which was great. A little throwback there. Abraham, who has been trying to hunt down this master that he first saw when he was back in the concentration camps. He's in the search for a mysterious book. Probably looks like that. And he reveals some secrets about himself that are, they're going to really surprise you. We have Dr. Goodweather, F, and his son Zach. Their relationship is a little bit strained, obviously, because in season 1, Dr. Goodweather shot at his wife and Zach's mother, Kelly, because she has now turned into one of them. Speaking of his wife, Kelly, she becomes an interesting character, an interesting relationship with the Master. You're not going to believe it. Interesting and terrifying at the same time. It's great. And then we have Fett and Dutch. Fett, the exterminator, and Dutch, the badass blonde. Their relationship is interesting. Their storyline is great. It's just... and we get to see a lot of new characters. Like I said, some we haven't seen in a while. It's a really nice proportion, these storylines, to the really stirring and horrifying and those scenes, fight and violent scenes that we love, involving trying to stop this virus and kill all the people that are infected. So it's a nice proportion and a nice balance, and I really like the characters that we get to see again, the storylines for the ones we know, and then the new ones. So those are the pros. The cons, it's really kind of two, but kind of meshed into one. The first episode you'll feel will move a little bit slow at the start. Us as viewers, we were ready to dive back in, right at the beginning and get right into it. But they do have a lot of things they need to set up. I've got to screen multiple episodes so I can see that kind of, unfurl as the episodes went on. But they do need to set up some storylines, some characters, and it can feel a little bit slow at start. But hang in there because it does heat up very quickly. And the second con, which is basically kind of the same as the first one, is there is a smattering of new characters that come into play. And it can be overwhelming, and you can be like, why is this person important? I'll just tell you, I know it's overwhelming, but everybody's important. Pay attention to every character. FX is a great network. They respect their viewers, and they put a lot of love into their shows. So everybody who's in it has a purpose. So it can feel a little bit slow at the start and overwhelming with the new characters, but like I said, promise, hang in there. They're all important, and it's totally worth it. So those are the pros and cons for season 2 of The Strain. You're going to love it. It's so great. Don't watch it at night. I watch it in the daylight. That's scary. I always use they sent this in the press kit. It's a Strigoli detector. It's cool, right? Ooh, Sister Goalie. So that's The Strain season 2. That's my early review. It premieres on FX July 12th at 10 p.m. You're going to love it. 8.5 hair flips. Get into it. Watch it with a friend. You're going to love it. So watch out for the virus. And I'll see you next time.